Kevin Lidecker here again with PLL Security of Clark County, Nevada. After incidents like what just happened here in Las Vegas, Nevada, the massacre I'm speaking of, there's lots of communication that begins to happen, a lot of questions, and even some major voting questions that pop up in conversation concerning different matters. And so this message is concerning guns and gun control. For TLL Security of Clark County, Nevada, myself, owner of the same set, and for myself, herein on this video to the public, I have to tell you, I have always been for guns. I believe in the constitutional right to bear arms. Therefore, I believe that any U.S.A. citizen that prefers to carry a weapon or have a weapon shall be allowed to do so. And anyone who goes against that individual, if they are within the right guidelines of their state and city at this time. I used to be able to say the U.S.A. I'm not quite sure what's going on in some other states, but needless to say, it's supposed to be the entire U.S.A. It's not good to be disgruntled about them or carrying a gun or having a gun or owning a gun for their own self-preservation in the U.S.A. That's one of the founding realities of this country is bearing arms. We had the Civil War because we bore arms. We didn't get taken out by other countries because we bore arms. We went to wars because we bore arms. How would we have survived those wars if we had not bore arms? We had countless women get raped by vigilantes here in the U.S.A. because they didn't bear arms. Their children didn't know how to handle guns, and they didn't teach their children how to handle guns, and women and children got raped, murdered, and destroyed. Families destroyed because of vigilantes when the men were away at war. If those women had had a gun, or if they had taught their children how to handle guns, then none of the women would have accidentally got shot by their children, those murderers would have, and rapists would have been able to go to prison and with rightfulness, and the children didn't have to grow up under an auspice of secrecy if they accidentally shot their mom or if they shot a perpetrator and the feds were trying to protect the child and not put them in the report and chalk it up to something else, which has happened in times past in those days during war. Things happen during war. It's not funny. Let me share another thing with you regarding bearing arms. Yes, I have bore my own arms in times past with a blue card. It's a card that's a registration card. When you get your gun, you have to show your ID. They run you through a background check. They give you your registration card. I don't know if it's blue anymore. It used to be blue, like another color today. I don't know. But with that, you can go get a concealed weapons permit. You're allowed to do all these things legally. And they run you. They check you. They don't just give it to you. Here you go. They have to check you. Otherwise, they themselves, the gun dealer, will be in big trouble. Big trouble. So it's one of those things where I am not going to question guns just because somebody decided to use one wrongly. Well, more than one, you understand? No. Let me explain something to you really quick. I was a victim of a crime. Most of you who have seen my video and seen my statement regarding what happened to me at Pecos and Sahara in 2005 on December 27th, and that was affiliated with the Cordova situation, and the idiot got away. I'd like to call him a lot worse, but I'm on video, so, yeah. And we're not talking about Cologne, we're talking about another affiliate of that whole thing. It was bad news. I was already under a physical ailment, and I was out walking that. I'm a graveyard shift person working at that time. So my hourly shift was sleep during the day, get up during the early morning or the late afternoon, whatever I've got to do, and go out and do what I got to do at night. So that's what I did at night. Well, I went out walking at night, and a perpetrator behind a loudspeaker decided to start talking to me. And I went, what is this? And I didn't have my cell phone on me. I'm from the era where we didn't have cell phones. I was born in 1970, so we know what it's like to be able just to go and not be married. I'm not going to use the word married, forget that, not be a slave to your cell phone. So I had no one calling me anyway at the time. My family wasn't calling me at that time, and I'm going to go out for a short walk because I need to breathe, because it was really, really heavy traffic the day before. I mean, massive. The road was very strangely filled all day long. So anyway, this perpetrator perpetrates me. saying he's going to kill the child if I don't do this and this and this and this. And so I'm sitting here like, just like on the movie, The Phone Booth. It was like that. And there was a victim somewhere else, and I couldn't see the person on the loudspeaker. So there was nothing I could do. He was terrorizing me. There was nothing I could do, though. I was like, do what he says and hope to God that the child doesn't get hurt. I won't ever do that again. But if I had my cell phone, I would have even been able to dial 911 and maybe not even talk on the phone. And somebody may have been able to show up in the area and catch the idiot on the loudspeaker. But I didn't do that. It didn't happen that way. And so here I am a victim. Now I tell you that because it's a scenario. It's the same thing. So shall we take away, see, if I had the phone, okay, and I was able to dial 911, somebody could have shown up. Okay, if we didn't have an emergency somewhere else, somebody could have shown up. So let's get rid of all of our cell phones, and let's go through life without cell phones these days with the millions and billions of people that we have in the world, millions and billions, I guess I can say billion, I think, in the U.S.A. And let's see how we fare. How many people will die in the next 24 hours? I'm not joking, think about it, seriously. How many people will die in the next 24 hours? It's going to be more than 58. It's going to be more than 59. It's going to be more, way more, way more. So now, here are folks saying, let's take away our guns. Really? Really? So you take away the right to bear arms, you take away their guns, and so the public doesn't have any way of defending themselves unless they go a different route, like we did in the old days with blades and swords and blood drawing and blood everywhere and just bloody massacre. Just for the sake of helping women who don't know how to handle guns calm their fears. No, I don't think so. I don't think so. What's the long-term effect of that? The long-term effect of that is, the aliens from other countries, I'm talking about aliens as in people who don't belong in our country, will laugh at the U.S.A. That's what they want you to do. They're like, ha, we can get into the U.S.A. now without getting shot. No. You know how many criminals are all over the world? I mean sicko, nasty criminals. Do you know how many there are? It's big. It's not a small number. I mean, compared to the whole world, it's a small number. But the amount of men and some women in that group of, there's not even a word for them, it's disgusting. They would go in and they would rampage, just like what happened in World War II. Do you want that for your country? I don't. I prefer to bear arms.